you young guys back there. Most everybody else knows who I am in this room. You know, first of all, I'd like to thank Xavier for giving us the opportunity to do this. Father guy, who's been a rock of support through this whole time. We've had a couple of nice conversations. Family, friends, thank you all for showing up. You know, and this morning I was thinking, because I gave him the plaque, and I said, you know, this actually, I found it yesterday. And I said, you know, this might be something you want to tie in. And this morning I was thinking, what am I going to say? You know, and it's kind of the same thing that I said to you guys when we first had the conversation. It's important to me that, you know, we can have an impact on as many people as possible. That's the most important thing, because you got to have a positive impact. Because for this guy, at the end of the day, it's not, you know, how much money you got. It's not how many toys you got. It's got nothing to do with any of that stuff. It's all about the positive impact. And this weight room, you know, represents hundreds of kids that are going to come through here. And hundreds of kids that are going to have a positive impact. I mean, you know, think about it. It's health. It's, you know, they're working out. They're getting rid of some of that energy. We all know that, you know, teenagers need to blast that energy off. But that's what this is about today, you know. And Colter had a positive impact. Talk about the smile. Everybody talks about the smile. Now, I can tell you pissed me off a couple times. But, you know, I'd actually like to recognize a couple people. You know, Coach, Mr. Fong. Where's Mr. Fong? There he is. These two guys, when you talk about positive impact, coach of the wrestling team over in Middletown, coach of the wrestling team here, these guys are working with kids all the time. And, you know, they have a positive impact. They had a positive impact on Colter. They did. And, you know, Mr. Fong, I don't know when it was, he was probably 6 years old, something like that. You were doing the program over at the old high school, and I think Shalene walked them in to go to the bathroom or something, and Colter saw these kids running around in this gym and was like, hey, what are they doing in there?
Never came back.
Never came back. And, you know, that was Mark trying to establish a feeder program for the wrestling team and doing the right thing and trying to have an impact. And he did. He had a positive impact on Colter. Huge. He loved you guys. Loved you guys. And, you know, when I look at that and I think, well, he didn't quite go to Middletown. You know, Mr. Fong was a little pissed off when I said he's going to Xavier. I've been working with this kid for 6 years. But, you know, and, you know, you guys got to work. You got to work at it. I mean, Colter was, you know, he's a teenager just like everybody else, you know, but you guys had a positive impact, you know. We set up a foundation for Colter. Hopefully we can get a golf tournament going so we can raise some money, but with Cynthia's help. Another shout out to somebody who's having a positive impact. I know I'm going to get it wrong, but the Middlesex
Community Foundation of Middlesex County.
Community Foundation of Middlesex County. Now these guys, you give to how many nonprofits over?
Oh gosh, we've given to well over 1,000 and given away 2.8 million, and we're just so honored to be part of this and to know that for years to come, Colter will be remembered. So thank you all for what you're doing.
Yeah, and we set up a fund with these guys, and again, it's positive impact. How can you have a positive impact? And Cynthia was great in helping us set it up. We're trying to set it up so it continues forever. You guys, the wrestling team, we're giving a scholarship to one kid on the wrestling team. And as he brought up, you know, academically, Colter wasn't the best. So my hurdle for the scholarship was you got to be ranked highest on the team, want to go to school, but you only got to have a 2.0. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, I'm thinking, Colter would go, Dad, what are you doing? So, you know, so to me that was, you know, that's just another way, because, you know, some of these kids, the ones that got 3.8s and 4.0s, they're going to get a lot of scholarships, you know what I mean? And, you know, what I tried to do was what I thought would make the kid proud. So.
Mission accomplished, yeah.
Thanks, Em. And I think he is. I think he is. Wherever he is. So, and I'd like to give one other shout out to my brother Jim, who was a big support in this whole thing, but we were in a car, I think we were driving somewhere, and he said to me, he said, we need to do something. I said, Xavier, we gotta do something. We gotta get a plaque up, we gotta do something. And I looked at him and I said, you know, you're right, we do. And, you know, Jim was, you know, the birth of this, he helped us out, came here, you know, when we were looking around trying to figure it out, so, brother, I wanna thank you, because, you know, this is, you're as much a part of this happening as anybody else. And I think everybody in this room, you know, is, if you take away that if you make somebody smile like Colter did, you're going to have a positive impact with people, then this was a success. Today was a success. So, and that's all I got. Thanks.